Baby, I like you that way. Baby, I like you that way. Baby, I like you that way. Baby, I like you.
Well, hello, and thank you so much for joining me here today on my channel. I appreciate it. Thank you for clicking on this video and deciding to spend some of your quality time with me here today. It is so welcomed and appreciated. Now guys, I hope you are all doing well. I hope you're enjoying your day wherever you are, whatever you may be doing, and that the start of 2022 has been positive for you. I know it's early days, but you know, fingers crossed, it's got to be better than last year. Anyway, so today's video is a tag video, and I was tagged by the gorgeous Joss from Joss's Fragrance Mixology. Guys, if you haven't checked out her channel, please do so. Why the hell not? Get over there, check her out, subscribe. Joss is a gorgeous person, both inside and out. She's so friendly, she's so relatable, she's so down to earth. She's got excellent taste. She has an awesome perfume collection, and she just comes up with these really good ideas for tag videos. Like, I don't know how she does it, but she's very creative. So please go and check her out, and yeah, you won't regret it. So the tag that she created, I think Joss created it. I know she tagged me, but I'm not 100% sure if she created it or whether someone else tagged her, but I wouldn't be surprised if she did, because she comes up with these great ideas all the time. But anyway, the tag is to talk about how your perfume tastes have changed, really. So perfumes that your younger self would not have liked that you like now, if that makes sense. I probably didn't explain that very well, but it's called the Me Now tag. Yeah, that makes more sense. But anyway, when I was a lot younger, I guess the first perfume that I probably remember having that was actually mine and not stolen from my mum or from my auntie or from my nan was Anais by Cacharel. I'll put a picture of it somewhere on the screen. And that was probably the first perfume that I actually bought for myself. So it was a sweet floral fragrance, and it was all the rage back in the day. Everyone loved that fragrance. I remember the advert. It was, you know, very feminine, sweet fragrance. It didn't really last very long on your skin, but who cared? That kind of thing wasn't really talked about back then. Well, it wasn't by me, because I was young, and I just wanted to smell nice, and I just wanted to have the perfume that everyone else had. And yeah, so I wore that one to death, actually. And then I moved on to stuff like Paris from YSL. I wore that one quite a lot. And then I found Angel by Mugler, and that became my signature scent for many years. Like, literally, it was the only perfume I owned. It was the only perfume I wore, and like, I wore it to death. I wore it to any occasion. I wore it to work. People knew me by the smell of Angel. And I only owned one bottle of perfume at a time. Like, that was the days where you just had your one bottle of perfume, you used it all up, and then you bought another one. Like, you didn't buy another bottle of perfume until that one was gone. Well, that was me back in the day. Obviously, things have changed a lot since then. And I don't know how I survived with just one bottle of perfume and like wearing the same scent over and over again. But for some reason, I never used to get tired of Angel. So I know for sure back then, there's no way on God's green earth would I have ever liked a fragrance that was marketed towards men. So I used to have the very narrow-minded mindset that women's fragrances were for women and men's fragrances were for men, and the two never crossed, and you just stuck in your lane. And that was my mindset. I think it was to do with how perfumes are marketed, the adverts that you saw and things like that. So I never in my wildest dreams thought I would ever own a fragrance that had the title man in its name. Like, I would never have thought that. If you'd have told me that back in the day, I would have been like, sis, what are you talking about? There's no way. But one of my favourite perfumes now is a man's fragrance. Well, I say a man's fragrance, but marketed towards men. And it is this one, and it is Amouage's Sunshine Man. So this is marketed towards men, obviously, but it is so unisex in my opinion. This smells amazing. Oh, I haven't smelt this in a minute. And you know when you don't smell something for a while and then you spray it, it's like you fall in love all over again. So this is a stunning scent. It's creamy, it's boozy, it's aromatic. It's quite strong on the lavender, it's quite strong on orange. This is a unique fragrance. This is something that you wear when you want to step outside of the box. So I wouldn't ever say this is a safe blind buy because it is so unique, and I think you either love it or you hate it. I am in the love category. It's woody, it's vanilla-y, it's a lovely bright fragrance. So vanilla-y when it dries down, and I really do enjoy that. It becomes more creamy and lactonic. I just really enjoy this fragrance. I wouldn't say, as I said, go and blind buy it because it is quite an expensive fragrance, but the lasting power is awesome. It really does last hours and hours. It projects well. I just really adore it. So yeah, my younger self would never, and I mean never, purchased a fragrance that was meant for men. Never. I probably as well would have been a bit adverse to men wearing female fragrances back in the day because, as I said, my mindset was just so like tunnel vision and I didn't see outside the box. But now I think it's amazing that men can share our fragrances. Why not? You know, I think perfume is subjective, it's unisex, you wear what makes you feel good, and above all, you wear what you think smells nice, and that's it. Bottom line, whether it's male, female, whatever. Now, my younger self definitely did not like citrus fragrances. Now, if you've watched me before, you will know that citruses are not my favourite now as well. However, I have learned to appreciate certain citrus fragrances. So whereas before I would have gone, no, do not bring a citrus perfume within 10 feet of me because I will not like it. I wouldn't even have given it a try. How times have changed. Thankfully, I can appreciate all kinds of fragrances as long as I like it, and that's it. I don't really care what genre it comes under. If I like the smell, I like the smell. So I don't normally gravitate towards citruses as a rule. In general, I stay away from them unless they're very special. Well, special to me anyway. And this citrus is one of my absolute favorites. It is Chanel Chance Eau Fraiche. I love this one. Now, this is one of my favorite perfumes ever. Like, I really like this. This is ultra crisp, it's fresh, it's invigorating, it's uplifting, it smells so clean. It's like you've just stepped out of a shower or like a spa or something. This does have some florals in it, but to me it's more of the citrus and the muskiness and the woodiness that you get in this. The florals are not predominant in this perfume to me, so that is a good thing for me. This is a gym staple for me. This is for days where I just want to feel clean and fresh and I don't want to feel like I've made too much of an effort or that I'm doing the most. I just want to know that I'm smelling good, and yeah, it just gives me happy feelings, happy vibes. It's a lovely fragrance for a citrus. If I'm going for a citrus, this is the direction I want to go in. I do like Trussardi's Donna as well. That's another nice citrus, but that's kind of like a creamy citrus. That's not as crisp as this one. But yeah, so I am kind of delving into the world of citruses a bit more. I'm more open to them now. Definitely would not have taken a second glance. If this was in my face like 15 years ago, 10 years, no, probably even 5 years ago, you know, I would have dissed this. I would have said, no, go away. But now I embrace her and she stands very, very much at the forefront of my perfume collection. I'm pretty sure my younger self would not have liked oud fragrances as well, and I love a bit of oud now. I don't like the barnyardy skanky oud, the really strong bitter oud. I don't like that, but I like the more softer, refined ouds like you would get in Oud Bouquet and in Delina Exclusif. These two have the most gorgeous oud in them. These two are real compliment getters. They are man magnets and they last forever. Like, I love these two fragrances. If I want to go oud, I'm going to go one of these two because these are right up my alley. If you haven't tried either of these, you are missing out. I'm sorry, but these are probably two of my favorite ever fragrances in my collection, and that's a bold statement, but I just think I couldn't do without either of these. I love both of these fragrances so much. And yeah, I never thought I would like fragrances like this. Back in the day, I probably would have taken one sniff and like gone, what is that? But you know, it's like food. Our tastes change as we get older. We get a more refined palate, don't we? Or we're a bit more adventurous. We want to kind of like go out of the ordinary and try and experience new things. And I think with oud, that is definitely something you need to do, is just experience it, play around with it. Sorry about the plane going over. But yeah, play around with it and find out where your comfort zone is. Like, to me, these are kind of like beginner friendly ouds. They're not strong in your face and they're not offensive and they're definitely not barnyardy. So the last category of fragrances that I would not have liked when I was younger is leathery fragrances. If you listen, leather would have been a complete and utter no-no for me back in the day. Like, seriously, I'd have been like, leather? What? Leather what? No. But now I've learned to embrace leather in fragrances if it's done well. And there are so many gorgeous leather fragrances out there. But one of the ones that I really enjoy and been loving for the longest is this one. And this is Shaghaf Aswad by Swiss Arabian. This, again, I think is marketed towards men. To me, it's unisex. There's a sweetness in this that's just so addictive. Like, it's rosy, it's powdery, but that leather is there. This is a heavy hitter fragrance. This is not for the faint-hearted, and this is one of the very few fragrances that I own that I can't overspray. You can really smell the rose in this. However, it's not a fresh, watery rose. It's more of a sort of sticky, thick, sweet, synthetic smelling rose, but I like that. That's probably why I do like this fragrance. This smells equally gorgeous on a man as it does on a woman. Anyone can rock this if you've got that confidence and you want to smell good and you want everyone to notice you. This is definitely a head turner, and for the price point, the performance on this one is insane. So yeah, guys, check this one out if you haven't already. It is an awesome perfume. So that is it, guys. We come to the end of another video. Thank you once again for chilling with me. I appreciate it. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Please like this video. Just pause it and press like. It takes 2 seconds. And then, as I said, please head on over and check out Joss's channel. She's amazing, a lovely person. And yeah, until next time, guys, I will see you soon.